All right, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Happy 2024. This is Tenoonzie back at it again. Chilling. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the Fam Bam group. Shout out to everybody on IG, YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere else. And in real life. Got to give a shout out to the real life people out there. So I know y'all haven't been seeing me around in a bit. Life be lifing. You know, that's what we do. Life be lifing. And then you make sure you line up all your ducks in a row. And once you got that going, then you just go ahead and do what you got to do. So anyway, we wanted to talk about what's going on in 2024. But before we do, I just want to give one more thank you to everybody who gave us a great 2023. Let's go ahead and give y'all the props for that. 2023 was crazy, you know, and especially the fourth quarter of the year. For some reason, the fourth quarter of the year just got bad. I don't know what that was about, but we made it. We got a fresh start, and it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So now we're going to take the end of 2023 and in stride, and then we're going to start off strong in 2024. So today we're going to be talking about a couple of things because 2024 has not disappointed already. We had a few crazy things happening now in 2024, but before we get to that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my wonderful guest, Miss Tay Robson. What's going on? What's going on, Tay? Hold on, wait. There we go. There you go. Let me unmute you. There you go.
You muted me.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. How's life treating you?
It's treating.
That's right.
It's picking up the check.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah. So how was your New Year?
My New Year was fabulous. My daughter got married New Year's Eve, so I gained a son-in-law and a daughter-in-law for New Year's. For the new year.
For the new year. That's what I'm talking about. You know, love and togetherness. That's a good way to start the year, you know?
Absolutely.
I was just saying just a moment ago that, you know, 2023 really wasn't that bad. I mean, I think 2023 was a year of accountability. I said when January 1st, 2023, I said 2023 is all on me. I'm not gonna make no excuses. I'm gonna do whatever needs to be done. And there were a lot of blessings that came my way, a lot of challenges.
Absolutely.
And you know, specifically in the fourth quarter of the year, a lot happened, but we made it. And like I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And
Agreed.
now we're here in 2024. What do you think about that?
2024, leave it all on the floor. I think that it's a great start. I think that we've seen some great moments already. 2024 barely inching in, and already we had the internet break with Katt Williams. We've seen all these clapbacks. We've seen so many different things happen. We've seen the weird thing happen in the Miami Mall. I mean, there's a ton of things that we can talk about. And true to form, 2024 has not disappointed yet.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I almost forgot about that Miami thing. Yeah, 2024 start off real quick. In fact, it was something else that happened in Miami. They're talking about now they've been seeing what unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, based in the sky.
Yeah, they've been seeing stuff in the sky. I would have pulled the footage up, but we're just gonna roll with what we have, which is just our minds. And I'm pretty sure most of the people who's going to be watching this, they've already watched everything that we're going to talk about anyway. So they know what's going on. So you already brought it up. Let's go ahead and start off with Katt Williams. I mean, what do you think about that situation?
So I watched the interview twice in its entirety and read through some of the comments. first off, I'm going to say he didn't say anything hasn't heard before. He's always maintained that his material's been stolen, that other comedians have devalued his skill set, and that he's the underdog. I mean, he also alluded to one of his favorite subjects, which is the selling of souls and sacrifice and Illuminati, and how some of the heavy hitters in the industry are all part of it. So
Yeah.
looking at it, I've got plenty to say, but I don't think it's anything anybody's not heard before.
Yeah. You know, the interesting part about what you just said is that, yeah, it's not anything that people haven't heard before, but do people really remember things? You know, there's so much happening, and I think that because we're still in that information age where you can get stuff like at the drop of a dime, people tend to forget things a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You know, because we have the list, the infamous list that's out right now. And
Epstein.
yeah. And the thing is that people were already given some information, and all the blogs are like recycling the same or regurgitating the same information, and people were acting like this stuff is just like brand new. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, this was the teaser stuff. This isn't even the stuff that that we were waiting for all the other information to come out, and y'all getting pumped off this. You know, I saw they were talking about that Chris Tucker was on the list, and I was like, man, he did a whole stand-up talking about it. You know, that one stand-up when he did the funny bit about Michael Jackson and him impersonating Bill Clinton. Yeah, you know, so that it was really cool. It was a good stand-up, and I don't think he imagined that Epstein name would be thrown out there like that, and all the vile and crazy things that was happening. So he just mentioned it in his stand-up, and now all of a sudden it's there. But people are really acting like this is groundbreaking news. No, this stuff been there. What do you think is up with people of today and their attention span?
Well, I think that if we talk about the attention span now, we're producing members of society that don't have an attention span. There's always something new. Everything is breaking news. I mean, think about it. We just ran down 2024, and we've already got the mall. You know, the phenomenon at the mall with whatever this anomaly is that happened at the mall, simultaneously with the releasing of the Epstein list, simultaneously with Katt breaking the internet, simultaneously with the Diddy thing. It's like, I don't think it is so much that people don't have their attention spans are so small. It's they're experiencing information overload, and so their minds can't. They're trying to take in all this information, but they can only compartmentalize those things in little files, and the thing that comes up the most is the things they focus on the most.
I agree with that, and also I think we have become heavily
inundated.
We've been heavily dependent on technology. Nobody wants to write things anymore. We'll just bookmark this, bookmark that, or it'll be saved in they'll save it for us. You know, your last couple of videos you watch, you can just go back and get it. You know, so people don't tend to take the information as seriously as they used to because it's so easily accessible. You know, I think we're taking a lot of things for granted. So in this day and age, I think what some people should start doing, where most people should have themselves a notepad and start writing things down, because look, we still been talking about the solar flares, and then of course we got the infamous World War III happening, and that's like a digital thing where they talk about knocking out the internet and all these crazy things. So I think it's important for people to start printing out stuff. Let's get back to the DVDs. Let's get back to the CDs, you know, and get those things going so that we can keep some information in case something does happen. Because if they knock out the grid, none of this stuff, all these nice gadgets that we have, is not even going to matter. It's not going to work. It's going to be fried.
Well, I happen to think that Gen X will be very instrumental in that time, you know, because Gen X is the last group prior to all of this. You know, we're older than Google. We existed before cell phones. We are the last generation equipped with survival skills. Woohoo, Gen X. So it's like, we're functioning in the system where literally we've become so codependent on technology and the internet that even to survival, I don't think that people would even know how to survive if the grid went down because they can't Google it.
Yeah, because they can't Google it. Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's been information, things that I studied and I've saved, like the
Hmm.
bookmark. But
Hmm.
then when they rolled out the new algorithm and stuff, a lot of that stuff got moved around, and some of it even got deleted. So there's things,
Yeah.
survival tactics or anything that you may need, you may deem useful. You can't even find some of that stuff. You know,
Yep.
uh, so it's very important to start downloading things or jotting notes
Thinking it
down and
about.
to have a reference. Yeah, go get books,
Well, I
stuff
would
like
suggest, buying a binder and just printing those things out, hole punching it and putting it in a binder. It old school, go old school with it. Just if you find something on the internet, save yourself the time, print it out, print that page
that.
out and buy yourself a hole puncher, stick it in your binder, get some dividers and create your own survival guide. I mean, and I know it's borderline doomsday prepping, but at the same time, when we're seeing all these occurrences, these events, I think that we're at a place in this system at this time in history where that's a very real necessity.
Yeah, we've never been closer to the things that we've heard over the years than we
Yeah,
have in these times. I mean, it's a
yeah,
lot of things in current events, and I sometimes I just turn the television off. I don't watch TV already as it is, but then when it is on, and I'm
yeah.
watching the news or reading these articles on my phone, I'm like, man, they wilding right now. So you can see how the system is designed to um, keep everyone occupied and shine
Distracted.
and yeah, keeping everyone distracted and not being able to see what's really going on. Because that information, let's be honest, the way they deliver it is kind of boring. Um, it's kind of boring, but if you look at in the Trump era where they were talking smack back and forth, everybody was talking about it. They had the Rocket Man and all them other little sayings that they were saying. Oh, yeah, I respect the soldier that didn't get caught and all that little stuff. So that made people tune in a little bit more into politics. But now it's a little bit dry, and people are just not paying attention enough. And then now you have these other things that's happening.
I think we're paying attention. I think that where we're focusing our attention is the issue. I don't think that people aren't paying attention. I think that we have become so consumed with gossip mongering. Everything is about gossip now. Everything is about celebrities. Everything is about what's happening in celebrities' lives, and you see different things about politics woven in there, like with the Epstein list or the different things that are happening at Disneyland, the kids that are coming up missing, 2024 being an election year,
Mhm.
and the candidates, the information being in positions and issues, uh, what they're for and what they're against being highlighted. We're paying attention. It's just that with gossip being the number one form of communication, we're focusing our energy on getting that information to share it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can agree with that, and I think we spoke a little bit about that where I said, even politics, all politics, that's gossip too. It's the
Yep.
most gossipy, but it's a little dry.
And
You kind of
slander.
gotta be into it a little bit to see the games that be played and all those
Mhm.
phony relationships. You'll see them do a photo op with one another, and then it's the very next day they talking smack about each other. I mean, if you really, really get into it, you can see how messy it is. But I think because it's not, there's not a bunch of fights happening and a bunch of cheating scandals to the level of the way that they construct those shows that distract the masses. It doesn't get the attention that it should.
I
So that
agree.
that kind of brings us to the Katt Williams situation.